Anthony Bean Community Theater. Kids.
My heart is where the kids are at. I want to help kids because someone helped me when I was 15, 16 years old. Because I feel that way and because I'm there with them, I'm there fighting with them. If they're scared, I'm scared with them. We go through all of this together. And it's kind of amazing because in the tapes you're going to see about 75 kids. And when one kid cries, it's my job to get everyone in that room crying because they all are actors. They have to feel what their fellow thespian is going through. You have to see it to believe it. And you're going to see some of the footage today on this. It's a wonderful experience.
This is a funeral. This is the casket. We open the casket. This is the head. Casket closed, waist on down. Inside of a funeral parlor, the head of the casket, which is the square there, is going to be whomever you put in there. And you will talk to the body that's in the casket. I want it to be real. Now, be very careful who you put in there. Those of you who just had a recently dead in the family, very careful with that now because we don't have professionals here to help you if you should happen to get thrown off. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that. But 4 things I want you to keep in mind. Imagination. 2, memory sensory, which is something you recently went through. You experienced it. Number 3, auto-suggestion. Just to suggest of death will put you in a certain mood. The last one is called empathy. A friend of yours went through something. They were so devastated, they told you about it, you felt what they was going through, you yourself became devastated.
It didn't have to be this early. Everybody dies. But I didn't want it to happen. Not this soon. Mama, I want you to know that I love you. I always did love you. And no matter how much I didn't show it, I loved you. For everything that you did, for everything that you didn't do, for not letting me go places, for letting me go certain places. Mama, I loved you so much.
You always was there for me. I told you, don't worry about it. I don't need you to go to the gas station. You said, no, I go get that soda for my baby. How was I supposed to know they were coming to rob the store? How was I supposed to know that they were going to shoot you? I'm sorry.
It's to show emotions. How to use your emotions. Now, it's going to be interesting how they used it because I don't know if they used their imagination or they actually put someone that they truly love in that box. But whatever it takes to get you to that real place, that's where you need to go. If you're a real artist, you'll take that risk. But when the cameras say cut or when it shuts down, you snap out of it and you come back to reality. Now, at the end of this, I want to ask the actor what they used. Was it their imagination? Did they use? Was it actually a real live event? Did it really happen? I don't know. We're gonna find out. We're gonna keep it rolling. Emotions. We studied emotions. You're looking at it live at its best. Let's keep it going.
You promised me you was gonna always be here. I'm gonna be here for you, baby girl. And you gone. I'm not gonna even see my little sister. How am I supposed to deal with that? Now you dead. And you never listened. You didn't listen to mama. You listen to Daddy, you listen to me. Even listen to my sisters. We told you to stop doing what you do, but you didn't listen. Look at you now. You gone. And I don't even claim you no more. I miss you so much. You just don't know how hard it's been for me since. Little Audrey, he's getting bigger. He looks just like you.
Look at you now. Bet you're not worth nothing now, huh? You had no right coming into our house and doing the things you did, then walking out like it was nothing. I loved you, and I kept loving you. You made those promises to me over and over and over, and you never get not one.
We're trying to get these young actors who want to be actors to come close with their emotions, to feel emotions. We're talking about different ways, approaches to acting. And then we just showed some of the actors here, some of their own peers, using that emotion.
Right.
What do you think?
To be honest with you, I didn't think half of them would go as far as they went with it. I thought it would be, they'll change the sound of their voice, they'll, maybe get a little scared, but I mean, we saw some real stuff. We saw tears, a lot of, it was real. It wasn't, a lot of them forgot they were acting.
In your class, y'all talk about emotions? Yeah. You talk about the different kinds of emotions. And sometimes you can put all the emotions together. Now, we didn't have laughter up here today, but we have it was a conglomeration, a lot of emotions being shown. And those emotions touched all of you guys, didn't it? Now, as an audience, you was moved by it. You was touched. Some of you was crying because you said it was too sad. As actors, all of you all have to do the very same thing if given that role. If given that scene, you all have to do the same thing. How many of you believe that you can go there? Raise your hand. How many of you believe that you can be just as effective with the scene, with the monologue? Okay, now, put your hands down. What I'm interested in, Stephen, is we talked about you can use imagination. We talked about sensory memory, auto-suggestion.
Empathy.
And empathy.
Right.
How many of you think that they actually put real life, emotion memory? Well, I don't want you guys to raise your hand. I want to ask Stephen, and then we're going to point out to you guys, what did you use? How many of you think you used an actual event that happened in their lives?
Well, I think almost all of them. From experience, when I went back there with them, I asked them who did they put in the casket. A lot of them were like, it was my mother, somebody told me it was their dog, and their dog had really passed away. Somebody told me it was their grandfather, their best friend. It was real people.
Now, that's scary, and only scary to the degree that they use real live people, and some of them, grandmother, mom, someone just recently died. That's always scary because sometimes you can go there and you can't come back, so the scene, you have to have a cut and got to wait an hour or 2 hours till you calm down. The key to acting, if you're going to use something that's going to automatically get you emotion, automatically grab tears to your eyes, whether it's a brother, or sister, cousin, mom, dad, whatever it is, the key to it is that when they said cut, you have to snap out of it. That's an actor. They call it at will, and they stop it at will. You can't let it get the best of you, because nobody on the set is going to have somebody run after you and give you water. Right. What they're going to do is applaud you of a job well done.
I love Konstantin Stanislavski because he deals with emotions. Before Stanislavski, everything was stylized. Most of my kids come from situations where they're forced to react emotionally. If they get upset, they jump at you, or they scream, they holler. I said, okay, that's all good, all right. Now, let's do it again. Sometimes it could be real because they're upset with me, they want me to get off their back, and I drive them to the point where they explode. Then I want you to reenact that explosion. Stanislavski teaches that. He talks about the naturalness of it all, and he interjects a spirituality in it. That's where I come in with my background. A spiritual person combined with Stanislavski's method of how to approach a characterization. It works wonders with me, and it seemed to help the kids a whole lot. I give you a prime example. Let's say that an old man, and I tell them to, I don't want you to think about how an old man physically would act. I mean, we're not going to go into the Rocky thing. I want you to feel, look at the dialogue, think in terms that he's 90 years old or older, and then just feel, and then get into it. I didn't know we all came. And I said, even your hand, your body, it would all listen to you. I've never heard yet that you give a command to your body and your body rebel. I've never heard anyone say, I tried to wave, but my hand just won't cooperate with me. So we work inner. And from the inner, you have the outer character. And I like that because we can deal with life like that. Whether it's a relationship, instead of looking